Happy New Year from Zia and Peter. Today I'm bringing a message of great hope. One of the astrological beliefs is that between Boxing Day, December 26th, and January the 6th, there are 12 days, the 12 days of Christmas, but astrologically it provides the opportunity to spend one day in each of the 12 sun signs. So instead of spending a year going around the astrological wheel, you spend one day in each site. And as many of you know, we have in Victoria a landscape zodiac. And so today, in that astrological journey back through the signs, it is the day of Scorpio. So we've decided to come out into the landscape, into Scorpio, which is right down at the end of Vancouver Island. It's mile 0 on the Trans-Canada Highway that goes all the way across the country. And behind me is the tallest totem pole in the world. And you'll see right on the very top of the totem pole there is a bald eagle sitting, looking out over his realm. And on the ocean behind we have this absolutely beautiful silver reflection of the sun on the ocean. And just what I want to really make a powerful statement about is when we let go of what's happening out in the world and we really tune into nature, magnificent things happen. So just on our short journey today through the Scorpio landscape, first of all we saw a sea otter capture a crab and then have his lovely lunch with that crab. Then we saw a couple of cooing pigeons, a whole bunch of crows. Then as we entered Beacon Hill Park, where we are now, an absolutely magnificent peacock drying off its feathers, so all the feathers, the beautiful bright blue turquoise, but also the under feathers that you rarely see. And now we arrive at this totem pole and there is the eagle sitting on the top. And there's just magical moments with nature when we really tune in and pay attention to what is taking place. So I really want us to realise that we are coming into a period of time of tremendous transformation. And I do believe that the winter solstice just gone was a very important opening into the next 12 years, because Jupiter on the winter solstice was at 0 degrees of Aries. Jupiter takes 12 years to go around the profile once. And so if you look back to 2010, it's a good idea to do a little bit of reflecting upon what's happened since then, how far you've come, and all the challenges that we've had to face over this last few years. Because we're now entering into a brand new 12-year cycle beginning right now. And then just looking into the astrological aspects to come and some predictions that are being made, it looks as if March this 2023 is going to be very significant. The spring equinox in particular. We've got major transitions taking place. We've got Saturn moving out of Aquarius into Pisces. We've got Pluto finally moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius. And we've got Mars moving into Cancer, all happening in the month of March. And so I feel we've got this 3-month period to really prepare ourselves for this opening of the new frequencies coming in. And I do believe that's going to give us the opportunity to really expand our sensory awareness, coming into the divine flow of who we really are. And a really significant date is January the 21st, because on that date it is the new moon in Aquarius at 0 degrees Aquarius. So the sun and moon will have just moved into Aquarius together on that day. And what's really wonderful about that is in the gene keys, that day is the day when the 41st gene key begins its annual illumination by the sun. And that takes about 5.5 days from the 21st through to the 26th, 27th. And this is really important because the 41st gene key is the only start codon of all 64 keys, which means if this 41st code isn't at the beginning of a sequence in our molecular biology, that event cannot happen. This is the only start codon. It starts everything off. And this year it coincides with the new moon in Aquarius. So it's just this phenomenal opportunity for us to spend some time between now and then to really gather ourselves up and make that real commitment to step into this new earth energy, which I do believe is going to manifest on the spring equinox in March. Now on the very next day we enter into the new Chinese year, which is the year of the water rabbit, which is all about fertility and magic and peace and prosperity. It's a wonderful, wonderful moment in time over that weekend, the 21st, 22nd, to really begin to celebrate the future world that is coming. We need to disengage from all the stuff that's happening in the world. It's of no consequence. It's all going to dissolve away and be replaced. And our role is to ground the fifth dimensional frequencies into form. So what we're doing today as we wander around this beautiful landscape in this very sacred part of Victoria, sacred to the First Nations people, where they have their sacred land and this incredible totem pole behind me. So we are connecting into this very powerful natural earth energy that the First Nations people of this area really connected with and anchored the energies in. So our intention now is to anchor in the fifth dimensional energies to replace the old 3D and really begin living heaven on earth. So the more time you can spend out in nature, connecting to Mother Earth, grounding the energies in, particularly when you have these magnificent moments of awe and wonder, and fully celebrating them and then anchoring them down in through your heart center in pure love. So just imagine that totem pole behind me. It's called the axis Mundi. It is the anchor point of heaven coming down to earth. So just imagine this is you, your own totem pole, with the great central sun coming down through your crown chakra all the way down into your heart, feeling the vibration of pure love, taking all the way down into the soles of your feet and anchoring it into the earth below. This pole, this axis Mundi, is vertical, but it's also horizontal. And there's a myth around this totem pole that the totem pole literally walked out of the ocean on a place called Gold Beach on the north end of the island. So just imagine then that there's this axis that goes up and flat horizontally, the axis of the island. And we have actually measured the ley line that is the backbone of the island, and it goes all the way up to Cape Scott, which is the northernmost point on the island. So we've got this beautiful energy connecting to the heavens above and spreading across the earth on this island. And wherever you live, you can do exactly the same thing and bring yourself into this new heaven on earth that we are going to be starting to live, I do believe, in March. So Happy New Year to you all. I really hope you can put 2022 behind you and step into the new frequencies and new energies of the new earth for 2023. Much love.